Alright, hey guys, so it's Sumerbos TCG, and I'm here to bring you a new card. This is a Link monster. It is for the Sylvan archetype, and Sylvan hasn't gotten support in such a long time. And just to give you guys a refresher, if you don't know about Sylvan, it's a plant-based deck that is just all around excavation, and you excavate cards from the top of your deck, and you send them to the grave. If you find a plant monster, you send them to the grave, and then an effect usually happens. And then, of course, each Sylvan card, if they're sent to the grave, if they're excavated and sent to the grave by a card effect, they have an additional effect. So this is true for I think for all of them. But yeah, and as you can see, there's some that are pretty high level, and there's an 8-7, and there's a wide range of levels. And for that reason, they also have exceeds. They have a rank 8 exceed that does a similar thing. It's just excavation, and this card lets you send one card that your opponent controls back to the top of the deck. So yeah, it's just more of the similar thing. Here's an exceed. This is a rank 7. This is a rank 8, and this is a rank 1. So I think this was the most recent support that Sylvan's had, which is the Sylvan Princip, right? The problem with Sylvans, well, there's a lot of things that are kind of not too great about Sylvans. I do really like Sylvan as an archetype though, and it's one of the archetypes that I've been wanting to make, make the actual deck, but I just haven't gotten the opportunity to, and I just don't see the incentive to. Hopefully with this Link monster, it is going to be enough to want to do so. But yeah, let's see. So here we have Peon, the Sylvan Dancer. She is a wind plant link effect, 1200 attack, link 2. Here's how she looks. I'll have it on the right side too, so you're probably going to be able to see that. It's 2 plant monsters, so she's not locked into only Sylvans. So other decks can use this, other plant decks. If this card is link summon, you can excavate up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. You can special summon up to 2 excavated plant monsters, but they cannot be used as link material. Also send the rest to the grave. So that's pretty great for any plant deck, just to be able to excavate the top 3, and then you can special summon up to 2 excavated plant monsters from there. It's just free monsters that you can use for whatever you want. I can see this being even used in like Predaplants. Just any plant that could utilize this. Of course, it's not going to be as efficient as Sylvans, because Sylvans are able to actually control what's on the top of their deck, so they can use this more efficiently. And they can actually organize the cards on top of the deck, like Hermitry that actually lets you look at the top 3 cards from the top of your deck and place them on the deck in any order. But yeah, that's great. Just get more monsters out and exceed with them. And then you can target 1 plant monster in your grave that has a level. The level of all face-up monster this card points to becomes that level, becomes that monsters until the end of turn. So this card, it's going to be a little bit more tricky. So the idea is that you have 2 monsters, you link them together, and then you get Peon the Sylvan Dancer. You use Peon the Sylvan Dancer. Hopefully you controlled what cards are on the top of your deck, so you're able to utilize that. Special summon up to 2 excavated plant monsters, put them in the link arrows, and then from there do some level manipulation using its second effect by targeting a monster that's already in your grave. Hopefully you have Hermitry, Sakioa, Sage Koe. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Or there's another one. There's like these peas, so hopefully you get those. And yeah, once you manipulate the level, you're able to exceed them into whichever exceed you're trying to go into, or just a generic exceed. So this could be decent support for plants, just generic support. It's not going to be super effective, and maybe not even worth running, just because it's pretty much random on any other plant deck. But in Sylvans, it seems decent. It is lets you continue some plays here. If you're able to excavate right, it does seem like with this you're gonna be open to a lot more exceed plays, and yeah, just a wider range of an exceed pool now that you can go into. You can run like pretty much any with this Link monster. You can run pretty much any exceed level, as long as you run enough monsters where you can see it being in the grave prevalently, and you can just use its effect then to just change all the other levels into that. So I think this card's pretty solid. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but it does seem like it is it is going to be interesting, and I'm curious to see how Sylvan players utilize this card. If it's going to be enough to make Sylvan, I don't think it's going to make Sylvan's like meta or anything, but I'm just hoping it makes them playable, or more playable than they already are. And I think that's all we can really hope for, unless they got additional support. But yeah, guys, what do you think of this support? Do you think we need more Sylvan support? I think so. It would be nice to see more Sylvan cards. But this Link 2 is a good start, and hopefully it doesn't mean that we're not going to see more Sylvan support for another few years. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.